Müssen wir erstmal die Leiche von Chihiro untersuchen. Ich muss mal die Fresse halten oder irgendwas in der Art. Okay, let's go. I can feel the life draining out of my own body. It's a dead body. Chihiro's dead body.
Very strange.
But the more I look, the more strange it all seems. This must be Genocide Jack's handiwork. Handiwork?
What?
Well, but we're still not sure he did it. Is that what you want to say? I wonder about that. The poster's got some blood on it. It must have happened during the murder. I'm bloodlusting. We're blood. There's a dumbbell on the floor, and this is a bloodstain. There's a bloodstain on the dumbbell. The Monokuma file said a blow to the head with a blunt object is what killed her. Does that mean this dumbbell was actually their murder weapon?
Right.
I don't imagine it could. I don't imagine it could have been anything else. I don't imagine it could have been anything else. Boah, Alter, lern einfach mal fucking Deutsch. English. Fuck! Locker room dumbbell has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Das ist ein Blutfleck auf dem Boden. There's a flesh blood stain on the carpet. It must have been splattered with blood during the murder. A surveillance camera. The mastermind must have been watching as Chihiro was killed. They know what's happened, and they're still forcing us to go through with this. Steht noch irgendwas strange? Aber weiß jetzt nicht, ne? Ich will auch mit dieser Sakura da. I use this locker room all the time. Now it's become the site of Chihiro's dead. This is sad. Really, really sad. But why was she killed in the locker room? Frage ich mich auch. Warte. Oh mein Gott. Oh mein Gott. Actually, if you think about it, she could have been killed somewhere else than carried here. She was very light, that is true. It wouldn't be hard for someone to carry her, but still. I still think she came here on her own by choice. What makes you say that? She'd been talking a lot lately about how she wanted to get stronger. So you're saying she came here to exercise? But according to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed around 2 in the morning. Would she really have been exercising that late?
Perhaps.
Hina or myself are usually in the locker room during the day, so she was probably avoiding it then. Avoiding it? Although we invited her to join us more than once, she never showed up. So I can only assume she was trying to avoid us. And instead, she came to exercise in the middle of the night.
However.
Perhaps, but it's difficult for me to imagine she would have come alone. She did want to start exercising, but she specifically mentioned she couldn't do it by herself. She needed support from others. So you're saying she could have come here in the middle of the night to train in secret, but that she also would have come with someone else? It's a possibility, I think. Nice. Sakura's account has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Dieser Byakuya, habe ich nicht mit Byakuya schon... Boah! Habe ich nicht mit Byakuya schon geredet? If you have to... nee. If you have time to talk, you have time to start investigating. Ja, soll ich hinschreiben. Rede mit Kyoko. She took her time examining Chihiro's corpse. She poked and prodded, going over every inch of the lifeless body. You're a very strange woman, you know, being able to touch a dead body with absolutely no trouble. She seems to be concentrating pretty hard. It's like she can't even hear us. Bro. dude had a real complex about being weak. You heard Chihiro talking about it, right? All I need to get stronger. Yeah, I do remember she said that more than once. Sure did, which I guess explains the trip down here. But the... Junge, das ist die zweite Etage, Junge. What the fuck, warum nicht dann up there? Hä, bist du behindert? But did she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl after all. Most girls aren't all that strong. I don't know, man. Haven't really thought about that stuff. The cause of Chihiro's complex. I can't help wondering what it might be. Now I believe it's about time for us to move on. Huh, already?
What?
New clues will magically appear by standing around here. We need to check every aspect of this case. That's true, but...
Let's go.
If you're satisfied, let's hurry up and proceed. He's so pushy. I got caught up with the wrong person this time. So this is our next location. Huh? This place is related to the investigation? Figure it out for yourself. It's no fun if you don't... Right? No. True. Yeah. Immer noch der Game-Charakter, ne? There are a bunch of different pool-rated items on the shelf which have nothing to do with the case. Maybe this guy was used to... No. Impossible. If that were true, Chihiro would be riddled with holes. A surveillance camera. Even as Chihiro was murdered, I bet the mastermind was just sitting there watching. They know what's happened, and they're still forcing us to go through with this. If I remember, this card reader is meant to work with your handbooks, right?
What?
Do you have an issue with it? If so, you should take it up with Monokuma. He said that, then quickly and sharply clapped his hands together.
Did you call for me?
You called for me? What the fuck? Has he been domesticated?
That's right.
Domesticated? It seems that Makoto has a question for you.
You need something?
Sure, what's up? Well, it's just about this card reader.
Yep.
Yes, the card readers have all been designed to interface with each of your e-handbooks. You can only enter the locker room corresponding to the gender listed in your individual handbook. And it's impossible for two people in a row to go through while the door is unlocked, correct?
Unbelievable.
If there were some sort of erotic terrorist on the prowl, the ceiling-mounted Gatling gun would initiate a Swiss slaughter. And the school regulations prohibit anyone from lending someone else their handbook, correct?
Of course.
Ja, aber es heißt ja, wenn jemand das ausleiht, aber was, wenn jemand das klaut? So that means only girls can go in the girls' locker room and only boys can go in the boys' locker room. In other words, Chihiro's body being found in the girls' locker room means, hey Makoto, I can see right through you. See right through me? Allow me to tell you what you're thinking. Since Chihiro was found in the girls' locker room, the killer must have been able to get in there.
So in other words...
As such, the killer must be one of the girls. Did I get it right?
Such ignorance.
Good lord, you're simple. But am I wrong? You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. I would expect nothing less from the prodigal son of the noble Togami family. So you managed to sniff out the loophole in the regulations. Knowing you, I would bet you created it on purpose, didn't you? To add a little more excitement to things. Yeah, you're treating me like a punny little appetizer instead of the main course that I am. Now then, since the dead can't actually talk, they're not people anymore, they're things.
Yep.
Get it? Got it? Good. Wait, hold on, you're saying that's a loophole, but in order to borrow something from someone, then that means someone would have to loan it, so,
Who are you?
So sleepy. Just listening to you makes me want to pass out. Be more like Byakuya and get your poop together.
Unbelievable.
Or else I'll charge you with criminal negligence. No more questions. Figure out the rest your own damn self. Okay.
That's fine.
Well, I know you're unfortunately lacking in mental facilities. So I'll fill you in myself. Let's head to the main hall. The main hall? That'll help you understand what's going on. My card greeter has been added to the truth about section of your handbook. Hey! Was passiert hier? We came to the main hall. So, what are we looking for here? Does that mean I have to figure it out for myself? Boah, Byakuya, mach doch deine Fresse auf. The hunk of metal blocking the entrance seems like some kind of machine. There's a mailbox here. Could there be something inside? It's an e-handbook. No, wait, there's 3 of them, but what are they doing here? So you finally found them. Huh? Did you know these were here, Byakuya? I happened to find them by chance myself the other day. It seems there's a system in place where the handbooks of dead students get delivered to this mailbox. So then these 3 handbooks belong to Junko, Leon, and Sayaka. You can go ahead and confirm it yourself. I immediately turned on all of the handbooks, and when I did, Wetten ist jetzt Sayaka. Ich wusste, dass es von Sayaka ist. You're right, this is Sayaka's handbook. Now, do you understand? This is the key to the loophole that I revealed earlier. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get it. You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your ebook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. I see, yeah, now I understand. Mail Hall e-handbooks has been added to the truth about section of your handbook.
What?
Hold on a second. What's wrong?
Very strange.
That's strange. One of the handbooks won't turn on. Is it broken? Whose is it? The other handbook showed Junko's name on it. So the one that won't turn on must be Leon's, right?
I see.
Makes sense, yes. After all, he did get pummeled with dozens and dozens of baseballs. Ja, genau. Ist aus Versehen geskippt, aber ja. Pummeled with baseballs? Yeah, the memory of it came floating back. That cruel punishment which led to Leon's death, the executions that the mastermind concocted. A cruel, heartless death. You're right, it wouldn't be surprising for the handbook to break during that kind of assault.
Damn it!
Heilige Scheiße, Monokuma! Hey. Hey.
No!
Hey! What? That e-handbook is essentially to student life here. Crucial instrumental, a super big deal. There's no way it would break that easily, but
That's
it did.
impossible!
If I say it wouldn't break, it wouldn't freaking break. It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure, and it's waterproof up to 100 meters, okay? I don't care how many baseballs you hit it with, it wouldn't do crap. Oh, but, even my amazing handbook does have one single weak point. It does.
I can't hear you!
But it's a secret. I wouldn't want you to go breaking any more handbooks.
What?
Then Leon must have broken it somehow without realizing what its weakness was, right? Hard to say. You know what I think? I think his handbook isn't actually broken.
What?
But you might ask, how could that be? Verpisst sich wieder. Leaving the question hanging in the air, Monokuma disappeared. What just happened? Monokuma said it's not broken, but it's an undeniable fact that it's not turning on.
That's fine.
Well, I don't see any connection to the case, so it doesn't matter for now. You think so? Either way, something about it still bothers me. Okay then, this should be enough to get things rolling. Let's begin our investigations in earnest, and track down the true culprit. Yeah, we need to find out who killed Chihiro. To be exact, Not quite. Huh? Not quite? Hold on, there's still more here waiting to be checked. Come on, shut the fuck up. The surveillance camera, and there's what I can only assume is a gun attached to it. It's so chilling. The surveillance camera, blah. This is one of the monitors in What do you mean by that, Byakuya? To be exact, not quite. Certainly, I want the real cheers. But more precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. You truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Absolutely, I have no doubt that Genocide Jack is the culprit in this case. That murderer's fiend is Genocide Jack, right? There's nobody else it could be. A murderer's fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. They're like a ghost attacking, suddenly then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And that nickname that the internet gives to this mysterious serial killer? Genocide Jack. They say he's killed thousands of people, but that's gotta be an urban legend. Still, could one of us really be a demented, psychotic killer like that? You're not wrong to wonder, but words mean little right now. I have something that will prove it, and I can show you. Ja. Was willst denn du jetzt noch sehen, du Pussy?
Don't make me...
I have a basis to believe that. I assure you, Genocide Jack's the one. Is there really proof? There's somewhere I'd like to take you. This will prove that all the evidence you need.
It's all clear now.
Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro. Evidence of something like that really... I hate you too! Big trouble, need your help.
I don't have time to play with you.
We're busy. Leave us alone.
I mean...
But it's an emergency. Emergency! Come on, please, you gotta help me.
Please!
This is a serious emergency. Please, please, you gotta help me. Just calm down, okay, Hina?
I mean...
But it's an emergency. An emergency? What happened?
Well...
Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange. Well, I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? What should we do, Byakuya?
Very strange.
Since it's Toko, I must admit I'm intrigued. I suppose we can take a second to see what's going on with her. Are you sure?
Don't make me repeat
Don't make
myself.
me read... Yeah, okay. I didn't expect that I didn't expect that. I thought for sure he'd just say no and that'd be the end of it.
Yeah!
Okay, come on, hurry. Wait for us, Hina.
Let's go.
It looks like she headed to the dorms, to Toko's room, most likely. You're right. You guys are too slow. Fuck off! Hina, I think you're just too fast. So what's this emergency? Well, after what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lay down. After a while, we came back to check on her, you know? See how she was doing, but when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out and she kept saying all this weird stuff.
That's fine.
We should try talking to her ourselves. Yeah, good idea. Hurry up and do it. I may as well give it a shot. The door swung open slowly and... Holy crap! An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me.
What? Oh, nothing. It's just that, Hina was really worried about you, holding yourself up in your room.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But, could you open up? Just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
Won't let Genocide Jack have control.
And just like that, she slammed the door in my face. What was that? She's been acting like that the whole time when I rang a little while ago. I'll drive out the killer, drive out the murderous fiend. It doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust down her door. But in fact, like something was holding it shut on the other side. It wouldn't even budge. Toko was scared enough to even bar her door. Does she think the same thing as Byakuya? Does she think a serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? Is that why Togo's so scared? Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to pursue? Ja, und zwar hier. Hey Byakuya, you think you could ask her? To come out of her room, I mean.
That's fine.
Sure, whatever. Sure? Huh? You gonna talk to her? Byakuya, wow, I guess you can be nice when you want to. Byakuya stood in front of her door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. After a few moments...
What do you want?
Leave me alone, you're all so annoying. Ah, Bakula?
It's Byakuya.
I'm sorry I couldn't keep this promise, but don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again! Oh my god, that's an go. Hey, oh. Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off. There's nothing else we can do. Let's get back to the investigation. Hold on. Hey Byakuya, what was Toko talking about just now? Something about a promise?
What?
Oh, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure. But
Stop talking.
if I say don't know, if I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just mine. If I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her. Oh yeah, okay. I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
Well then, let's go. Without waiting for a reply, Byakuya sped feet away. Byakuya. And I heard to catch up. I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking towards his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to stop in front of a certain room. The library? Come on, let's go in. Is the evidence that proves it was Genocide Jack really in the library?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Don't make me say it again. Knock it off. What does Defcon matter right now? What the fuck? Oh, then I'm so pissed. You big stuff. There are no clues there. We need to check elsewhere. There's no point in checking there. We need to find real clues. Shut up. There are no clues there. We need to check somewhere else. Okay, true. Dann hilf doch mal, du Pisser. If I remember, on the other side of this door is the archive, right? Hurry up and go inside. Oh,
Let's
there?
go.
It'll all make sense once you're inside. Whoa, there's so many books and files. And so much dust too.
So, in other words...
I would say there's enough value in this place to enter the dust. There's so many file stuff on the shelf, what's in all these things?
That's enough.
Those documents are dangerous. Dangerous? They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for common. You mean like members of the Diet or something? No, I mean the ones with real power, the secret controlling everyone from the shadows. If you're ready to disappear for it, take a look. There's some very interesting people in there. You're just kidding, right? Am I? We'll just let it go for now. Shovel stuff with you have sharp eye indeed to select that file, huh?
That's right.
That's the report. That's the report on presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it. But, without making a sound, I return to the file to the shelf. There's some of thick file stuffed onto the bookshelf. If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those things are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person would never want to look at. Be careful. Huh? What do you mean? All those files are the investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are intentional documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak. Oh? My original. Junge! If you pay attention to your surroundings, you're sure to discover their value for yourself. There's a wooden box, it's empty, although judging by the smudges and the dust, looks like there was something inside before. I wonder what it was. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library. An extension cord, huh? Huh? It's a dust lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Byakuya using in the library before.
What?
Do you have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use. So you're finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library. The entire reason I was interested in the library, the entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here.
Interesting.
It's home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary people would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right?
Such ignorance.
That's your guy's problem. That's your guy's problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your perceived reality, you label it a lie. Well, it's not that. It's just, it's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put all this together? I suppose it goes to show just how much Hope Speak truly wields, or perhaps the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. It's no use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible. What do you mean, usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple. Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I've reviewed them multiple times, so there's no doubt. Hold on a second. You're saying you've read all these documents and more than once? But all this has to be like top secret, conventional stuff, right? So why? My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Huh? Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How's that possible?
So, in other words,
I already told you, there's a secret conceal that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that conceal. I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world, backwards and forwards. Actually, voll wahr. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim without a doubt that the materials gathered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. And what always interests me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports has always been a hobby of mine ever since I was little. It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all those reports, one of my recent favorite ones is the Genocide Jack case. As he talked, Byakuya grabbed the specific file from the shelf.
That's right.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack case has been compiled in here. Because there are so many. Allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that every crime scene, the word bloodless, is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodless is written in blood, and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happens to Hiro. Save your surprise, the best part is yet to come. For the second characteristic, where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about the specific effect were the members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. Huh? In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certain mounted in this fashion. So how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So in other words,
the culprit isn't a copycat killer. It's the real Genocide Jack. Huh?
In other words,
that right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. Then Genocide Jack really is such a brutal, fiendish killer. Really is walking around. Such a brutal, fiendish killer really is walking among us.
Interesting.
Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become part of our little game. No, don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two.
Such ignorance.
If you get down on your knees and back, I might even show you myself. Lol. Show me. Byakuya, about that Genocide Jack case file. Could you let me see it?
That's fine.
Well, you didn't back me, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look at it in here, but you can't take it with you. Byakuya handed me the file and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly my hand stopped. I had reached the page where photos from the scene of each crime had all been collected. The names of genocide Jack's victims ran on for several pages. Ken, 32. 14? But one thing became perfectly clear as I read. All of the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended in exactly the same way. And at the scene of every murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's blood, with the victim's blood. Now, take a look at the next page and you'll find another interesting tidbit. The next page. Profiling results. All of the crimes took place either on weekdays, at night, or during holidays, either day or night. The most common time for the killings to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Ja, warte. Murder case of Genocide Jack. Top secret. Boah, aber Makoto ist so schön. Wir nehmen uns jetzt mal 1 Minute lang Zeit. Wir nehmen uns jetzt 1 Minute lang Zeit, um uns Makoto anzugucken, okay? Let's go. So ein süßer, ja. Okay, wir haben uns jetzt 1 Minute lang Zeit genommen, oder vielleicht mehr als 1 Minute, um Makoto zu appreciaten, wie wunderschön er eigentlich ist. Based on these facts, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic, because an eyewitness has never come forward. It's unlikely there was any external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder.
So, in other words,
the key point here is that the culprit will have a split personality. A split personality, like the kind of thing you see on TV. So I'm part of another and totally unbelievable story. But this one is way more unbelievable than anything else up till right now. Or maybe it isn't. Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know. I feel like my mind has gone numb. Genocide Jack case file has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Let's go.
Alright, we should get going soon. Huh? Where are we going? Anywhere but here. We finished our business here, haven't we? Ah, wait, Byakuya! As usual, Byakuya turned and left without another word. I hurried out of the library to catch up. Well, this is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial. Huh? Just all of a sudden like that?
I don't have time to play with
Come
you.
on, enough of your annoying Miss... Boah, ich muss ganz kurz... Ich weiß nicht, was mit mir los ist. So. Aber ihr hört doch, wie ich die ganze Zeit huste, oder? Ich kriege die frische Luft. Hier ist nicht kühl genug, um das frische Luft zu nennen. Ah. Ja, Hustenbonbon wäre jetzt nicht schlecht. Oh, ein Messer. Es sieht aber voll mini aus, obwohl das voll groß ist. Naja. Also die Klinge ist halt mini und das ist halt voll groß. Print. Let me just... Sweet air, ich brauch air. Ich tu mal einen Schluck. Come on, enough of your annoying Mr. Blip. Keine Ahnung. Did you really think we'd be together the whole time? Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own.
Goodbye.
Well, goodbye. And just like that, he was gone. Just as quickly as he'd asked me to join him, he'd cut me off. In the end, I felt like I was just some plaything getting tossed around. At the same time, I'd uncovered some really important clues thanks to him. Genocide Jack, he's the one that killed Chihiro. And that murder scene is one of us. But who is it? I have to find that out no matter what it takes. And to do that, there's somewhere I have to go investigate one more time. I have to go back to the crime scene, the girls' locker room. I should check the boys' locker room too. And the others might have come up with some information. Some info. And the others might have come up with some info I might find useful while I'm at it. I need to find everything I can. Also, gehen wir mal zuerst unten. Nee, nicht unten, den Wichser! Oh. Oben. Ich hab vergessen, dass es oben ist. Kleiner Lappen. Der wieder. Reden wir mal mit Tifumi. Okay, Cartman von Wish. Okay, Cartman. Cartman. Okay, sorry. Ding, ding, ding. Tifumi has discovered evidence revealing the identity of the culprit.
I feel as if...
Dein Maul, du Wichser. Another stat increases for me. Evidence? What did you find? Bist du behindert? I cannot reveal that just yet,
sure of it.
but I guarantee that what I found will steal the killer's breath from his lungs. Are you sure about that? Oh yeah, Miss Ludenberg said she witnessed... Halt die Fresse, du fetter Wichser, Junge! Cartman vom Wisch, du Bastardkind! Oh yeah, Miss Ludenberg said she... Wegen Fettsack, mein Headset ist im Arsch. Meine Fresse. Okay. Oh yeah, Miss Ludenberg said... Ludenberg. Oh yeah, Miss Ludenberg said she'd witnessed something worthwhile too. Really? What did she say?
Well,
She refused to tell me.
seem...
Halt die Fresse, du Fettsack. She refused to tell me. It's like when a girl bullies the boy that she likes, right? Right. Okay, so where's Celeste now? The warehouse by the dorm. Die Fresse, du fetter Bastard! The warehouse by the dorm. She was there, but at the same time not there. What's it gonna be? So eine Nervensäge. Mein Gott, kann er nicht einfach verrecken? Warum Chihiro? Warum nicht der? Sag mal. Das ist aber weird. Hä? Das Poster. It's a popular boy band called Tornadoes. Somehow it doesn't quite seem to fit in the boys' locker room. There's a strange stain on the carpet. What is it? Boys' locker room carpet has been added to the roof. Kann ich den Pool mal sehen? Oh mein Gott, der Pool, wie geil! Oh mein Gott, wie cool. Ist ja riesig. Maybe there's some kind of clue in the lockers. Guess not. Ah, bei einem Monokuma-Coin. There's a Mono-Coin da. Ja, mein Pool ist nichts Tolles. Achiros, ey, die sind ja alle immer noch hier am Stehen, aber ein bisschen anders diesmal. I could feel the life draining out of my own body, blah blah blah, so.
Damn.
Chihiro's presence here was especially weak. Her body and her soul.
No forgiveness!
To target such a helpless being, it's unforgivable. What a wretched beast to do such a thing. I cannot forgive this. Hey Kyoko, have you made any progress on your investigation? Generally speaking.
However...
But I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of. Something besides the investigation? What is it?
Well...
Nothing you need to worry about. Just concentrate on the murder. But
so then...
Before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time thoroughly. Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts.
Goodbye.
That's it. I'll be praying for your success. With that, Kyoko turned and left the girls' locker room. I guess I'll take another look at the body then. And Chihiro's handbook's missing? That's definitely worth worrying about. Chihiro's e-handbook has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Kyoko said I should examine the body one more time. I know she said thoroughly, but I do have my limits. Well, I'd better give it a shot anyway. Let's see. Chihiro's hands are bound with like some kind of rope. The rope was used to prop her up in a kind of crucifix position. Huh? This rope has a plug. Wait, so then this isn't a rope at all. But the more I think about it, the more that's not the only thing that concerns me. Chihiro's fatal injury was the blows to the head, which means someone struck her in the head in order to kill her. That's right, there's the issue of her being suspended and the fatal blow. At first I didn't see any reason to think too much about either of them, but seeing them again after looking through the genocide file, something's not quite right. What does this all mean? Well, the one thing most likely to tie all these mysteries together is the true nature of the rope that was used to suspend Chihiro. And to figure that out, there's a certain place I need to revisit and look over again. Plus, it might help to look at the genocide Jack case file one more time. There's a big blood stain and nicht muss. Dude had a real complex about being weak. first door leads out to the pool. Das hier immer noch komisch. It's about the same poster. The poster is noteworthy part, but the big-breasted swimsuit model is pretty noticeable too. A girl's locker room doesn't seem like the kind of place you'd find something like this. Oh, but wait, that reminds me, the poster in the other locker room is... That's right, there's definitely something strange about this. In the boys' locker room, there's a poster of a popular boy band. In the girls' locker room, there's a poster of a big-breasted swimsuit model. Could the posters have been switched? But if they were, why? What reason would anyone have? Maybe I should talk to someone who knows a little bit more about the locker rooms. Ja, das wäre dann eher Hina, ne? 2 locker room posters has been added to the truth belt section of your handbook. Eine fremde Nummer ruft mich an. Perfekt, mal rangehen und gucken, was passiert. Hallo?
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 Ja, guten Tag. Für mein Mobiltouch am Apparat. Eigentlich wollte ich den Herrn Reuter sprechen. Der hat uns eine Anfrage zukommen lassen.
Oh, dann glaube ich, dass Sie die falsche Nummer gewählt haben.
Oh, tut mir leid.
Na, alles gut. Dann
Schönen Tag noch.
Ihnen auch. Tschüss.
Tschüss.
Ey, der Arme. Oh nee, jetzt. The fuck? Oh nee. Nicht Jordan. Spaß. Aber ja, Jordan hat gerade geschrieben. Mit dem rede ich nicht nochmal. The boys' locker room card reader, but the door's unlocked now, so it's kind of pointless. Hä? Oh mein Gott. I don't think das soll. Oh, Monocoin. Yippie. Nix. Was willst du? Oh mein Gott, Jordan, was willst du? Wenn nix ist, dann sag doch meine Fresse. Mein Gott. Ha 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 ha. Du bist so lustig, Jordan. Ich habe fast vergessen zu lachen. Du bist so lustig, Jordan. Ich habe fast vergessen zu lachen. Schon wieder wie ein NPC. Muss ich jetzt nur mit dem Fettsack da reden? Mein Gott. Dann das ekelhaft, du Ficker. Der ekelt mich so an. Der ekelt. Der ekelt mich so an, der Kerl.
Well, it would seem...
So ein unlustiger Knabe. Kann man hier noch discoveren, Alter? This is blood on the carpet. Very murder. No. Blood. No shit. Noch was übersehen? Na, warte mal. Kann man irgendwas in den Girls Locker Rooms übersehen? Ich glaube, ich mache gleich weiter, ja? Mal gucken, wie lange ich schon streame. Boah, what the fuck. Wie lange streame ich denn schon? Seit... Mal checken. Einer Stunde. Und ich würde sagen, machen wir mal wann, also später, spätestens später weiter. Oder morgen. Aber morgen bin ich auf der Gamescom. Deswegen ja, mal sehen.